So everybody talks about success, but no one is sharing the real secrets behind the skills that create this success. So in this video, I'll be touching on the truth about high value skills that nobody talks about. Yes, the truth about high value skills that nobody talks about. Of course, my name is Piolo Ntuga and welcome to Light Faith Academy. Let's dive straight to it. So today we are uncovering the truth about high value skills no one dares to talk about. All right, without wasting time, just in short, what are these high value skills that I keep talking about? These are the skills that generate massive returns, whether income, influence, or opportunities. But high value skills are the skills that are actually in demand, are the skills that are complex. Because remember, when it is complex, most of the people don't want to deal with things that are complex. So we usually go for the easy stuff, People usually want to learn the skills that are easy. But the problem with that is that you get too many people doing the same thing. You get, that type of skill or that type of field becomes saturated. So what do we need? We need to go for skills that are complex and in high demand, and also that are able to generate income on their own. So whether you find a job or whether you start your own business or whether you become an entrepreneurship using those skills, could be a set of skills, could be one skill. But mostly, if you can combine a set of skills, usually that makes life much easier. You grow much quicker when you've got a set of skills than just depending on one skill. All right, and then like in the previous video, I spoke about persuasion, which is one of the key skills that I think, in fact, I wish I could have learned earlier on. Problem solving, digital entrepreneurship, wealth creation, and strategic thinking. Those are some of the high value skills that nobody talks about. Unfortunately, these things are not being taught in school, but I believe we can start teaching our children these things, or we can just make them aware that these are the skills that are available, that they can start learning on, either by themselves, or maybe they can find a coach, or they can find a mentor, or somebody who knows, who's actually who's an expert in this type of field. And this is basically what we do at Life Faith Academy. We look at the digital skills, we look at the life skills, we look at wisdom, experience. There's things that we can teach our children to take them from point A to point B, to especially career development. And this is the reason why I talk about the path to light. Light in the form of knowledge, light in the form of wisdom, light in the form of coaching and experience, helping our children to move from point A to point B. What could be the reason why these things are not being taught in school? My view is that they usually challenge the traditional education system, and also they need a growth mindset because they are more challenging. You have to have some kind of a growth mindset, the mindset of I can do it, the mindset of yes, I may not know it now, but I can learn. That type of mindset, this type of skills need something like that. We live in those days where we need results. Our children need results. I work with them. They usually say the same thing. This is the reason why most of them, they lose interest quickly, in terms of going to school, because they want results. And they will they will actually tell you the stories about somebody who stays, let's say, in the same street, who is a graduate, but is not working, is unable to find a job, is just sitting at home, and all those type of things. They should actually make them to feel like the school is no longer important. But education, I believe, is important. I believe if you can combine academics, if you can combine it with skills, if you can combine it with soft skills, and then if you can combine with the willingness to work, and if you can combine it with the right mindset, you can easily move from point A to point B. Growth comes from, the willingness to work, the willingness to learn, the willingness to, open your ears, listen to other people when they talk, being open-minded in simple terms. So if you look at people like Nkosinathi Maphumulo, otherwise known as DJ Black Coffee, he's a music producer and he's also a DJ. He's got this, his own unique skills. and he's earning, I think, a lot of income due to his own skills that he developed, things that he did not even learn from school. But yes, and then another icon in South Africa that you can look up to, Lebohang Tlokana, I think, otherwise known as Lebo Lion. She's a digital marketer, brand builder, author, and podcaster. So she developed those type of skills, helping businesses in terms of their brand, in terms of improving and increasing their revenue and their profits. And then in global, there's a guy by the name of Ali Abdal. He's also a content creator, production coach, a YouTuber, and he's also a former doctor. In other words, he's actually a doctor, but he left. He's working as a doctor to becoming an entrepreneur because of all the things that are happening. But he's got his own history. I think you can go and listen to his story and look at him in one of the videos there. He's got a very good story. All right, and then now let's talk about the truth nobody talks about it. There's 3 of them that I've got here for you. The first one is high value skills require consistency and deliberate practice. In other words, you have to practice these skills and you need consistency. In other words, if you want to learn these high value skills, first you must be consistent. It's something that you have to dedicate special time to learn. At the same time, you must be deliberate, to say you have to practice these things, And then the second truth is most people overlook them because they are not easy wins. People don't, they overlook them. They just ignore them because they are not easy wins. You have to do the work, unfortunately, to develop this type of skills. Truth number 3, they open doors that conventional education often can't. These high value skills, they open doors. They create opportunities, because the nice thing about them is that you don't rely on just finding a job. You can build your own brand. You can start your own sort of one person business, because you can do so much, especially the digital skills. And if you look at the video, there's a video, if there's a link below in the description where I have created a full 1 hour and 15 minutes mini course where I talk about all the skills in details. So go and look at that video. Just put your name. Just click on the link. It will take you to a page where you put your name and email address. Then I'll forward the email to you, with the slides as well as access to that mini course. All right, and then just maybe if you ask yourself how you can start developing these skills. There's actually 5 steps that I actually recommend if you want to learn any skill. First, you have to identify your current skill, in other words, your passion and your interest, and also the growth areas, which areas that you want to grow. Because remember now, we build from the skills that you already have. Okay. Second, you must do a market research, because you want to learn the skill that is in demand. So understand which skills are in high demand, as well as because now you've already identified your passion, your interest. You want to build skills that are in line with your interest, your passion, as well as your current skills. In other words, building from whatever the skill that you already have. Then learn the skill. That is step number 3. Acquire knowledge. Start acquiring knowledge and start practicing the basics of that skill. Because we learn by doing. We just don't learn by reading. Reading gives you information, but you have to apply and implement that information in order to build a skill. This is the reason why the skills are not easy. Like when I was saying in the previous slide, they are not easy wins, because you have to do the work, right? So you have to practice and sort of build projects. You have to build sort of a project, start doing some work around that, whether in the form of a project or whether in the form of anything that you can start pushing you, that will push you to start doing the work. And then step number 5 is definitely finding ways to monetize and expand. You have to find ways to expand your skill set, or maybe niche down. The reason for that is because you want to increase the demand and the pricing power of that skill, because that is very, very important. So that once you reach a certain level with that skill, you want to expand, because you are monetizing at the same time you want to expand, so that maybe by expanding, it could be that you start adding other complementary skills to your portfolio. Very, very important, but that we need, that will help our children with this thing. So high value skills are the ultimate game changer. And that is because of the technology and the changes that are happening, like artificial intelligence and robots doing the work for people. Like right now, if you are filling in the form, usually realize that you are talking to a robot. You are busy, typing stuff, but then the response that you get usually comes from, because you get them in a very short period of time, like in seconds. But then you are talking to you only realize later that you are talking to a robot, Yeah. So if you are not learning them, you are leaving your future to a chance. So we need to take control of our future, and this is the same thing that we need to teach our children, that they have to take control of their future. And how do they do that? They must start learning the skills. If they've got skills that are not serving them right now, if they are still at home, not sure what to do, chances are the skills that they have or the knowledge that they have is not serving them. So they must start upgrading themselves. Because remember, just like any businesses keep on improving their products. So we must also improve ourselves, because we are our own product. If you are not getting better, that means now you are stagnant. There's no growth, and what happens when you don't have. If you are not growing, you are dying. So if you don't have your own well-designed plan to succeed, unfortunately, others already have a plan for you. And unfortunately, that may be the plan that you don't like. It could be a plan that will just make your life miserable. So, but here's the thing, but they will always have a plan for you if you don't have your own plan. Similarly, if you don't have a goal, people will give you their own goal. So you'll find that you are you are working hard to help somebody to achieve their goal, but then you are not achieving your goal. So very, very important when you decide on these things. Okay, all right. So share your thoughts in the comments below. Just share your thoughts in the comments below about this truth that I spoke about. This is the truth, Banabeso, my parents, Batswadi. This is the truth about the skills, the high value skills. They are not being taught in school. All right. I hope you got value from this video, and until I see you on another video, have a heart. Bye bye.